Hello and welcome, thank you for tuning in. So in today's video, I want to talk about a part of the body that can be a problem for a lot of us. Now, if it's not a problem area for you, or you're like, I am happy with my tummy, then this maybe not be the video for you. But if you do suffer with that tummy area being a little bit of a problem area for you, in that you suffer from bloating, or you are an apple shape, so you carry all your weight along the middle, or you're going through the menopause or you're perimenopausal, then this is the video for you. Because with the likes of social media and all this pressure on women to look a certain way, I know it's getting better, but it's still pressure out there when you see all these people, you're thinking, how do they do it? Well, in today's video, I'm going to go through the top 10 tips to conceal, hide, accentuate other parts of your body so it draws the eye away from what you deem to be a problem area. So let's get started with tip number 1. Pick patterns and prints carefully and give them consideration. So what you want to be thinking about when you're looking for a pattern or a print, you want to be drawing your eye away from the middle. So you don't want to be thinking about kind of drawing attention to this middle area, because this is the area that we're trying to conceal, if you like, or trying to draw attention away from. So if we look for ruching details or eye-catching details just under the bust line, or even an empire line top or dress, because what happens with an empire line is it draws your eye to your breast area and it draws it away from this tummy area. Tip number 2, think about what style of top are you wearing. A lot of the times we want to go for I call them tent style tops, a bit like the top I've got on today, big and baggy with no shape, because we think that's going to conceal this middle area. But what can happen is it can actually accentuate that middle area, because if you think about a tent top, they're not flatter at the best of times, and the way that they tend to cut and follow down the torso, and kind of, if they're made out of this jersey material, this material is made to cling. So it's going to cling in all of the wrong places. Whereas if you go for more of a body skimming top, that's just going to gently skim over and is made from a more sturdy material in this soft jersey, it's just going to skim the silhouette, as opposed to kind of bunching and ruffling and doing all these awful things around the tummy area that's going to accentuate that tummy area, not conceal it. Tip number 3, go for statement sleeves. The puff sleeves, the big shoulder pads, because what happens with a puff sleeve and accentuating shoulders, see, I've got quite broad shoulders already. If you're accentuating your shoulders, what you're trying to do is create the inverted triangle, so broad shoulders down to a narrow waist. And if we can accentuate these shoulders, it creates that narrow waist. Also, if we think about where the sleeves stop, it draws the eye. As you can see with this, it's kind of drawing your eye to the top of my arms as opposed to my tummy area. So a strategically placed sleeve with a puff sleeve that's going to create that triangle silhouette can really help to slim the waist area down. Tip number 4, think about the neckline. Because the higher the neckline, the more it's going to accentuate this middle area and make you look shorter in the torso. Now, ideally, if you can go for a V-neck, a round neck, a boat neck, what's going to happen is if you wear something that's got a little more décolletage showing, it draws the eye first of all to the bust area, and secondly, it elongates the body. And if we can elongate the body, it draws the eye away from that tummy area and more to this décolletage collarbone area. Tip number 5, think about the hem of the top that you're wearing. Think about where it falls and the shape, because if you have a hemline that is straight across, it's very final. It also makes the legs look somewhat shorter, whereas if you have a rounded hem, it elongates the legs. Now, I'm not sure if you're seeing a pattern here. What we're trying to do is we're creating the illusion of a longer torso, the illusion of longer legs. So if we recap on what I've gone through so far, they would be, think about accentuating the shoulders. Think about the sleeves that you choose. Think about the neckline that you're choosing, because that can really have an impact. Think about the hem of the tops that you're wearing. And then also think about patterns and prints. Be very strategic in the patterns and prints you choose. Also think about the tent top versus the skimming top. So that's kind of just recapping so far where we've been up to. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Back to the video. Tip number 6, wear a jacket. So if you do have lots of tent style tops, you're like, I'm not gonna go out and spend a fortune on all of these new clothing recommendations. Think about putting a jacket over the top of a tent style top, because once you put that jacket over the top of your top, it kind of, the jacket nips in the waist and it brings the waist in and it accentuates the waistline. With having a billowing baggy top, it also gives you that coverage over the tummy area. So just putting a jacket on can change the shape and the look of your tummy without even having to try. Jeans. When it comes to choosing a pair of jeans or trousers, try higher waisted jeans or trousers. Now, a high waisted pair of jeans would be 9 inches. I do want to put a little caveat in there, because sometimes high-waisted jeans can look really unflattering because there can be a lot of real estate between where your waist stops and your bottom starts. So be mindful of that. And ideally, you can get high-waisted jeans because they shape this tummy area without having to wear shapewear, and you can wear a top over it. So you don't have to have this really long torso and accentuate that distance between waist and bottom. If you have a lower tummy, then you can still wear high-waisted jeans. Just go for a skimming top, like the tops that we've gone through earlier in the video, or choose one of the other tips. I would hate for you to get some high-waisted jeans and then wear a top that stops as the jeans start, and you're like, this doesn't work for my tummy shape. So just bear that in mind. Now, we all know that a horizontal stripe will make you look wider. And if you didn't know that, you've just learned something. A horizontal stripe is gonna make everything look a bit wider, and it's gonna draw attention to the bit that we're ideally trying to not draw attention to. If you want to wear a stripe, you still can. Go for a vertical stripe, because the up and down stripe, which is the vertical way, will just give you that elongation. It also slims you down. So the right way of wearing stripes is this way, not this way. However, if you do want to wear a horizontal stripe because you love them, you love that stripe and you've got lots of it, the way to conceal the tummy area, make it look a little slimmer, is pop a jacket over the top. If you put a jacket over it, again, like the previous tip, it just creates a different silhouette. And a jacket is really good at masking that tummy area. The layering is your friend. In the summer, layering is a problem. Autumn, winter, even spring, layering not so much of a problem. If you have a longer length cardigan or a jacket, if you pop that on, it just creates that different silhouette. It draws the eye away from that area that we have the issue with, which in this case, we're talking about our tummy area. You can even get super thin, lightweight cardigans that are built for summer wear that you can wear and just create that slimming effect. Dresses. When it comes to dresses, choose them wisely. You do not want to choose a dress that is like the Herb Lega dress, which was very, very fitted. I'm really sorry if you can hear that car alarm going off. I'm just gonna carry on like it's not happening. So the Herb Lega dress, which was very, very fitted, and it just accentuates every lump and bump. So you don't want to go for something like that. You ideally want to go for an empire line dress. You also, on the flip side, don't want to go for something that is very big and baggy and shapeless, because again, that is going to accentuate that middle area. Surprisingly, believe it or not, the tent style dresses just make you look bigger. I know that people think, well, if I wear a tent style dress, it's going to make me look slimmer. Not the case, it'll make you look bigger. Empire line is your friend. A belted empire line, because this is ideally the smallest part on your body. So if you have something where the waist cuts in here and a belt, you're not only drawing the eye to this part because you've got the belt, it actually also skims beautifully along your curves. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.